Alright, today we're going to do a brisket smoke on a 15-pound Swift Prime brisket that I picked out this morning from HEB. I've worked a 10-hour night shift tonight. It's roughly about 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30, and I just got home and got this fire started. I burned down a good coal bed here, and so we have no issues keeping a good fire going with a good coal bed. We're going to roughly burn this thing around 250 to 275 starting out, and then when we get ready to wrap, we'll go to 295, 325, kind of speed things up. So I'll bring y'all through that. So what I got here is a HEB prime brisket that was kind of messed up. I didn't realize it when I picked it out. It's cryovac so hard I didn't see it, but the point was mangled. I tried to make the best of it as I could and trim it up and get a good shape. Still going to be a good brisket, but I trimmed quite a bit off of that sucker. I guarantee you I trimmed every bit of 5 pounds off a 15-pound brisket. I was in a hurry when I picked it out. I should have took my time and picked a better one out, but it is what it is. It's still going to be good. So I'll let y'all know when I put this on. My rub is just basic 50-50 salt and pepper. That's how I do it. Alright, so it is 6:10 in East Texas, and we're putting our brisket on. The fire has calmed down. I'm going to maintain this right around 250 for the next 3 hours, and I'm not going to open this lid until about 3 hours later. I'll come back to it when I get ready to check on it in 3 hours. Alright, so I'm in the 3-hour mark of my cook, and we're running right at a little over 275-ish. Then almost the same for the one up top. I switched to Tell Truth thermometers with 6-inch stems on them. That way they read closer down. This one right here reads almost the same level as that one right there. That's why they're so close together. Temp's rising. Got nice clean smoke and airflow. Let's take a look and see what she looks like. So it's getting some good color. Getting a little dark around the edges. We go ahead and spritz. Those edges go getting too dark, I'll put a little foil around them. I did the best I could to trim this brisket. It was kind of mangled. Still got water in the water pan. Alright, it's the 3-hour mark. Just checking back in. We'll close it up, probably check it again in another hour. Make sure I'm not crisping the edges up. May go ahead and put a blocking log in right there. Stay tuned. Alright, so we're 6 hours in on the brisket cook. This is what she's looking like. I covered up that point. I didn't want to crisp it up. It's getting dark. Some of these edges are starting to crisp up. I think probably in about 2 to 3 more hours, should be ready to wrap. I'll tune back in the next time when I get ready to wrap. Alright, so I just pulled the brisket off the pit. If I had to guess on the internal temp, I would say it's probably 170-ish. But the fat is starting to render on top and it's softening up. Bark is set. Looks good. It's 4:15 in East Texas. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing wrapped up, finish her out, and I'll post when I'll do another video when I pull it off, and then I've been taking notes the whole cook. I'll share that with you guys too, and I'm gonna get her wrapped up. Well, the brisket smoke is complete. It took me exactly 14 hours to get this brisket tender. And it's very, very tender. Nice and floppy. Got a jiggle to it. Now the next time I see this thing is when I slice it, which will be tomorrow around 11 o'clock lunchtime. I'm going to put it in the oven overnight. Once it comes down to about 160, 150, set my oven to 170, and it does hold a true 170, and it won't let me offset it. That way to give it time to rise back up if it does. Should be around 165 when I cut it tomorrow, somewhere in there. But I'll post the video when I go to slice it, and then I'll let you know all the notes and stuff I took down and everything I did. Been up for about 32 hours straight now. Been a rough one, but I did it. Alright, so we're getting it sliced up now, and this brisket's got some really good bark. And when I wrap this, I did add a little bit of beef tallow to it. I think that beef tallow is the ticket. I like using it. It's a good method. Got good smoke ring. Nice juicy brisket. That bark on this brisket was pretty good. It was a crispy bark. Fat's nice and rendered. Look at that fat. Looks like it's a little yellow. That's a sign of very good rendered fat. This is probably one of the top briskets that I've done up to date. It was very, very good. We should have some money shot coming up here in just a minute. Look how juicy that brisket is. Nice, tender, and juicy. I'm going to pull us a piece out of the middle right here and see how well this is cooked. If it folds over your finger without breaking, it's a sign of a well-cooked brisket. And it's floppy. Nice, juicy piece. Holds up under its own weight. And pull it apart with ease. Very good cooked brisket. Lots of moisture retention too. It's not drying out as soon as you cut it. Let's cut some slices from the point. Nice and juicy, very well cooked. That point is cooked perfect. It's not overcooked. It's not undercooked. Very good brisket. Has some very good burn ends on this one too, which I'll make out of that piece I'm sliding right there. Those are the best pieces on the brisket. Take another look at this. Holds up under its own weight and bends over the finger without breaking. Very good looking brisket. Okay, here are my notes from the cook. I recorded my temperatures every hour, kind of put some of the weather on there. It was very, very hot in East Texas. You'll see around the 110, 210, and 310 marks that that heat index was high. It was pretty rough. It's pretty much my process right there, and I recorded it. And I didn't record no internal temps. I've been smoking brisket for a while now, and I've gotten good enough over time where I don't need to know what the internal temp is to know that it's done. I just take a cloth towel and pick it up when I think it's close and feel how pliable it is on the bottom, and if it goes to probing tender and the thickest part of the flat, that's when I typically pull mine and call them done. So just wanted to share that with everybody also. That's why there's no internal temps on this.